YouTubers, this is a Blackhorse grill guard for the RAV4. This is a 2014 full electric one they made out in California, 2500 limited edition for their carbon credits. So I saw one guy on YouTube and he couldn't find anybody did in the install, so I told him I'd do a video of this. Did the same install he did, except I noted that when you put these on and you adjust the bolts and the slides, they have different slots, and this will actually come back. If you look at this light mount, this will actually come back when you put it all the way back. It comes back in contacts right here. So if you put this on and just put it on the most back closest to your vehicle, which I sort of described to him that that's not the proper way for brush guard. Brush guard, they're not like built like the police cars where they're steel framed into steel frame and they have all these attachment points that go into the frame. You're trying to protect your vehicle, so any light brush or bump or impact, you want this away from what it's protecting. So you want this to, the brush guard to take the brunt of it. Same thing here in the front, you want that clearance. It may look a little different than what you want, but he has it so close that these rubberized sides are right up against his vehicle. Anybody hits bumps or crushes into him, he's just going to crease the front of his vehicle, and that sort of offsets the $500 for this to protect the $5,000 repair that's going to the radiator and everything else after they impact you in the front. So this one is for a teenage driver that's going to be starting to use my vehicle, so I sort of want a little protection if she happens to tap something or cuts the corner too close. It doesn't take out my whole quarter panel and everything else like that. I have somewhat insurance that this will take the brunt of the impact. So what I'm doing today is to show him what you have to do, because this right here is two pieces of flat metal, and it's, damn, it's still hot. So when you're going in here, this is flat. I mean, these are torqued down. Everybody, oh, the torque. Well, guess what? You hit this hard enough, you hit this part in the front hard enough, the pivot point is going to be these two in the slots. All right, those are slotted from there to there. So that's just going to roll back after the impact, and then basically up here it's going to crush into your body. So I think it's a little harder to roll this piece of steel than it is to roll these two little joints. So basically I came in here, I just started to try this as test weld, but I did a weld on the top seam. It's not the greatest weld, believe it or not. A bad angle I got, stuff. I'm not a professional welder, but I put that weld in there. I guarantee you this bar will not slide up. I'm going to do an overhead weld. I'm going to come in here and run a bead down here so it can't pull it either way, because it can't push that up. There's no way in hell it's going through that steel now. This is one piece now with this brackety mount. You have to mount this all together first, so because you got to get the angle. So that's on there. I'm going to put a little piece of tin shield. If you do this, put a piece of tin shield in here. It started to get the plastic very hot, fresh from the heat from the weld. So to protect this little plastic piece, put a piece of tin metal in there, something to give it an air gap and block the heat. So that's about it. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to see if I can pause this and then restart, which I don't know if I can on the video. If not, I'm going to post this one to YouTube. So you got the gist. You basically have to put a weld in there and or under there only. You could probably just put one on the bottom. The tearing shear would be hard to tear it, but I do like to have this one where it's on the top, where it has to push through the weld. So either way, do a little weld. It'll keep it away from the vehicle, so any kind of impact, they can bend this back. I mean, you could probably hit something pretty damn good, like, you know, 5, 10, 15, 20 miles an hour. You'll roll this bar back, but you won't destroy your vehicle. So, and that keeps plenty enough clearance, and the lights still go through the grill, the whole 9 yards. So I would advise you, like I said, just do a simple weld on the top there. Take it by a muffler shop. Guy with a TIG welder can TIG that really nice for you and just zip it down, but move your bar back away from your vehicle, and that will be it, man. So Blackhorse, $500 and something. free shipping, of course. That's all built into the cost, which I understand. So anyway, that's it. That's the 214 RAV4. That's what it looks like from the front. I don't like the cat eye looking side pieces. I prefer them straight out. I used to have a Jeep Cherokee that had a nice square setup, not so much this round bar stuff. But anyway, and it just, you know, only thing has is the 2 light hookups. You could modify and weld whatever you want on there, I guess. But that's what it looks like from the front end. So back to the welding.